guys, it's Emily. Welcome to Junk Journal Inspirations. So I am back finally with a design team project for Tracie Fox Creative. I have not made a video since before December 17th because that's the last video that was uploaded. And I am so incredibly nervous that I have put this off for probably a couple months now. I've had this done, and I'm not going to go into a lot of detail about why I have been missing from YouTube, other than to say that I've had some new health issues diagnosed, and I was also recently diagnosed with OCD, and I'm not going to go into a lot of detail about that, but I am, it's been a struggle, and we've had some personal things going on in our lives as well. Nothing major. Everyone's fine. We're all doing good. It's just life is sort of kicking my butt. So I want to apologize immensely for my loyal subscribers and my loyal viewers who have maybe wondered why I fell off the face of the earth. I can't guarantee that I'm going to be putting out more videos like I used to do anytime soon, but I am on Facebook and Instagram, and I'm trying to be better about posting on there. And yeah, Tracie Fox, I just want to say a huge thank you. There aren't words that will do justice to what I want to say. And I just thank you. Thank you, Tracie, for your amazing everything about you. I just think you are an amazing lady, and you have been very patient with me and very understanding, and I appreciate it greatly. Being a part of this design team is incredibly uplifting to me. So I just wanted to say a huge thank you to Tracie for all, everything that she does. So we all know she's amazing. Okay. I'm going to stop rambling now because we're 2 minutes in, and I'm going to make people angry because I'm talking so much. Okay, so this is my take on Tracie's crime casebook kits that are just fabulous. If you have not seen them, they are Sherlock Holmes themed, very true crime, very just awesome, and also very vintage and just totally me. So I was super excited when I saw these kits, and I knew that I was going to make something. And then things just started happening. And so, anyway, I want to show it to you. So mostly I use Tracie's crime casebook kits. There are a few different ones. She has an A4 kit, a US letter size kit, a tall journal kit. I think it's all three, I'm pretty sure. And then there's an add-on, I believe, and then she had some freebies in, I think, on coffee and on her website. So I will link all of Tracie's information in the description box, along with a link to the entire design team, so you can go and check everybody out. There are some new members, so if you haven't gone and checked out the list lately, you might want to do that. Okay, so before I get into showing you, I just want to tell you the dimensions. So it's about 7 3, I measured the cover. So it's about 7 3/4 inches by about 4 and a little under 3/4 inches. This is, I guess, what you would call the spine. I'll talk about that in a second. And then another antique book cover on the back. This is also an antique book cover, just very grungy, very messy, just totally something that I would use. So the spine. I tried something, and I didn't really like how it turned out, so I won't be doing this again. But it was essentially a tab binding. However, I used probably too thin of cotton fabric, for one. And I wanted to make sure that it wasn't gator mouthed, so I was trying to put it together as I went, page by page, so that there would be space and it would sit nice, which it does. But because of that, it is incredibly loosey-goosey. And I don't really, it's not something I would do again. It doesn't ruin, I don't think it ruins the journal. I just want to point that out. And because I'm not 100% happy with the way it turned out, and only the spine, that's all that I don't like, I don't feel comfortable selling this. So I'm going to give it away. More than just because I don't like the spine. I also, I feel like I owe you guys, my subscribers, I owe you for sticking around even when I disappear. So that's another reason I just love to give things away. Also, I reached 7,500 subscribers at some point, and I didn't do any sort of giveaway for that. So we'll just call it, we'll just call it a giveaway for lots of things. I also celebrated my 4-year YouTube anniversary in February. Didn't really do anything about that, obviously. So yeah, this is just going to be a big giveaway. I'll tell you the details of the giveaway after we flip through it. All right, here we go. So this is not a writing journal. This is not going to be something you'll sit and write in at all. I'm calling it an art journal because I don't really know what else to call it. But it's more of a just sit and look at kind of book. Okay, so throughout the whole thing, you're going to see a lot of collaging, a lot of layering, a lot of a splattering with either paint or distressed watercolor pencils. I'm not going to point all that out. I also did a lot of just, I put coffee in my spray bottle, and I just did a lot of grunging up with coffee spray, all that kind of stuff. But I don't want this video to be 3 hours long because people don't like that. So I'm going to try and keep it brief. If you have any questions on things that I didn't cover, please let me know in the comments, and I can help you. So I took a bunch of the pages pieces of pages from Tracie's kits, and I just sort of layered them up here. You've got some film strip over here, just happens to be red, which kind of, tied in with the evidence label. I've got some folding and tearing and, just grunging up. This was like I was trying to, and I don't have the pages anymore, so I can't show you, but there's a page in the kit that looks very similar to this. So I was trying to recreate that. So I took this is like a paper clip, but I glued it down so it doesn't come off. And I did some stamping. I have some vintage stamps that say who, what, when, where, how, all of that. So I've put those in here occasionally. This is an antique piece of a rest ledger. So that was super cool to have that. And I just filled in the details on there. So yeah, okay, so that's the inside cover. Oh, this background piece was from a swap with Rachel. I think it was Rachel that gave me that. I'm sorry, my brain is frazzled. We're leaving on an Alaskan cruise in 2 days, and I have 1,000 things on my mind, so bear with me. All right, next page. So this piece here was an antique notebook that I had. So I sort of took it and put it in the book. Inside here, this is just clipped together, and it was just underneath the sari silk, are some pieces from Tracie's kit. And then she had these eyes as a freebie, I believe. I think they were on coffee. And I just cut out some and stapled them right to the cards. And then there are a couple cards with actual people on them. And then I just printed on the back of those. So that's that. And then I just used a tiny paper clip. So I guess what I was thinking when I was making this was the mind of Sherlock Holmes, right? It's a probably very crazy place to be. So that was sort of what I was thinking when I was making this. So this is just sort of a conglomeration of what I would think would be in a very intelligent detective's mind. All right, so this flips down, okay, and I used some of Tracie's fingerprint background paper to cover up the inside, and I used a little bit of fabric to reinforce the spine on the notebook. And then I just used a whole bunch of scrap papers and made a little notebook. So you could write in here if you wanted to. It's going to be a little difficult. It was more for show, but you know, whatever. If you want to write in it, that's fine. And then underneath here, this was a piece from the kit, I believe. It may have been a Tim Holtz backdrop. I can't remember. Anyway, I just cut a circle so that I could put the Sorry Silk down. This is more of the background paper from the kit. This is a label, one of Tracie's. And then there was a pocket in this little notebook already. So I, of course, added some more of these cards because why not? And I just love the eyes. And then a couple more people. And again, they're just printed on the back. And then here I just added a couple pieces. And then I found this awesome colored, it's got a name, I just can't remember what it is. So you can still buy this tape new. I've seen it on Amazon. I don't remember the name of it. I apologize. But however, I found it at an antique mall in some vintage tape dispensers. So yeah, but I just wanted the tape. I have it in the dispenser, but I really just wanted the tape. So I've added that here and there. This was a piece of ledger that I think also came from my swap partner, but it said Magistrate Court on it. This is a vintage hand stamp down here. And then this is like actually a divider, and it has an S on it for Sherlock. I don't remember which went which, but we're gonna put these in here. And then these just sit here and I'll tie that back up. So I hope you're all doing well. I mean, it's been Christmas and then Easter and I've missed everything. So I hope you're all having a wonderful spring. It got really cold here again, but we're going to Alaska, so we're going to be cold anyway, so it doesn't matter to me. All right, this page was my favorite. I did a lot of things here, so I need to think of what that was. This was just a piece of, I think this came off of a piece of tissue paper. We've got ledger back here. I did a clock stamp, some more of that tape. And then there's a magnet here to hold this key. And I have it's a tintype back here. So it's from the, around the 1860s, Civil War era tintype. And then this was just a piece from, it was the key piece from an antique writing desk that was falling apart. And then it had a keyhole, but I needed a magnet to hold this. So I put the magnet in the little top of the keyhole. It fit perfectly. This is a Tim Holtz hitch post that I attached the string to. I actually glued it on there so it won't come off. This is a piece of Tim Holtz die cut. It's like plaid, but I used it to look like the jail cell. An embossed piece in the background with clocks on it because I was trying to be clever and doing time, and I was being funny. I don't know. It made me laugh. So then you've just got some papers tucked behind here and held on with an index clip. This is a poison label from Tim Holtz, another couple little Tim Holtz pieces that I tore up, grunged up and stapled. This is, I cut this out of the kit. It was on a page with a bunch of people and I just cut out the word murderer and coffee, dyed it. And then these are Tracie's Snip strips. And I clear embossed on top of them. And then there's a piece of something back there. And then I have Exhibit A. Oh, I used a ton of Tim Holtz rub-ons. So you'll see that too. It's been a while, so I'm kind of forgetting everything I did. All right, next page. I cut this out of the kit. I embossed, I don't know if you can see, but I did emboss the this part, the green, the orange. I think that might be it. Put a little piece of tape there. This is a Tim Holtz piece that I folded to make look like an actual book and stapled the edges or the spine. Tracie label, Tracie label. This is from another kit. This is from, oh, I can't remember the name of it. It was like random quotes or something. Anyway, that wasn't in the actual crime casebook kit. And then I've got more of that die cut back there, some other die cut. This is a piece from the kit, some rub-on. This is some vintage photo distress glaze. This was a piece from the kit that I just loved with the handprints and the fingerprints. I added a little bobby pin here, like maybe that was evidence, you know, they found a bobby pin at the scene. Maybe this lady did it. So yeah, I had so much fun with these kits. All right, next page. Let's see, let me get started here. All right, so this guy is a Tim Holtz dude, and I used, what is that stuff called? Frosted crystal embossing powder on him. And then I actually added some, I don't know, it might be coffee or it might be ink. I just sort of grunged him up. We have a Tim Holtz piece here. This is, might be from the kit in the background. I can't remember. This is definitely from the kit. I cut this out of a background page and then layered it up quite a bit. I don't know if you can see that. I took an actual watch face, an antique watch face, and added it to the printable pocket watch. Added a Tim Holtz arrow because I didn't have the proper sized watch hands. And then you've just got some other pieces. This is a vintage bus ticket, Tim Holtz, and then just a little clip holding that together. But everything is glued down. So, and then I have this description here of this guy. I love this page too. So this was an antique leather book cover. You can sort of see it in the background still. And I added these little corset, that's what I call them, clip or thingies. And then I wove through elastic on the front, and then you'll see the back in a second. So let me think here. Everything is stuck. I don't think anything comes out of here. No, I glued it all down. So you have an actual antique pocket watch here. Tim Holtz pieces, Tracie bits, some vintage, or this is a vintage ticket. This is a vintage slide that I put a fingerprint in from the kit. That's Tim Holtz back there, the skull. And then the chain for the pocket watch is also still here. And then I put this little guy's face in a little jewelry thingy and clamped it down. All right, so the other side is just this piece of elastic that was left from the other side. And I took one of the Tim Holtz book cover pieces. Is that what it is? It's two of them. Yep, and I connected them with washi tape on the inside and a strip of, this is actual leather, but it came from a furniture store. So it was samples that they were going to throw away, and I hate when things get thrown away. So I'm trying to use that up. And I put the word Chronicles on here. That's a Tim Holtz rub-on. I typed out Watson with my Dymo label maker. And then it just another rub-on down here. And then the inside is just very plain. I have a violin stamped, lots of coffee. And then this is another just music stamp over here. So it actually acts as the belly band sort of to help hold all of this in. So that was my thinking there. And then this comes out. Oh, let me show you the background. This was another piece of leather from a book spine. I love the red color, and it kind of goes with this piece. This is a Tim Holtz piece that I just ripped up. This is a pipe that I fussy cut from a Sears Roebuck reproduction catalog. This is from the kit, I believe. I stamped where over here. And then this guy slips underneath. So this is a Tim Holtz, whatever those things are called. And then I did some embossing, clear embossing on top of these snip strips again. And then there's some Tim Holtz paper, I think, in the background. And it's just, you know, just his picture. And then this envelope does not open. I did put some cardboard inside to make it nice and sturdy, but it is completely closed and sealed. What I did is I took some of that awesome brownish tape, put it over there, and then I put some of the tape over the evidence label that says do not break seal. And I wrapped it around so it, you know, it looks like maybe a legit evidence envelope. And then, oh, that clip is just to hold that guy on. Okay, so then I used, well, this is a Tim Holtz stamp. And then Tracie already had these words, you know, on the printable, right? So then I just took my Tim Holtz rub-ons and filled in the information on here. And then I added toxic and fragile. And then on the back, these were part of the kit, I believe, the names and stuff, or it was a freebie, I can't remember. So I just added names, like it, you know, the chain of custody, right? And then I added the dates from the rub-ons. And this is also a rub-on. So I spent about, I don't know, I think probably 2 days all in all working on just this envelope. But I am so happy with how it turned out. I just think it's fun. All right, and this page. So this guy reminded me of Inspector Lestrade. I don't know why. For some reason, he just struck me as him. So yeah, there's a lot of layering here. I don't know if you can see how, I mean, these pages are all really thick because I just sort of did whatever I wanted, right? Because I didn't have to fit it into a book. This is a chipboard piece that I think I probably painted and then added, looks like I might have added foundry wax. It looks like there's walnut stain, embossing glaze, and then I just cut it off so it would fit here. It reminds me of Sherlock's wallpaper. I don't even know if that's a legit statement, but that's what it reminded me of. This is a Tim Holtz fence piece that I embossed with black embossing powder. It'll chip off. It's not good, you know, I mean, but I like that kind of look, the chippy look. I added a violin that I fussy cut out of a catalog, just leaning sort of on Lestrade. I know, he probably doesn't play violin, but it worked. These are from the kit. This piece in the background here was cut from a background page in the kit. This is some stamping I did on ledger paper, it looks like. Some more of that plaid die cut in the background, and then the definition of violin that I just had. What else did I do? That was already there. Oh, I had to add some cheesecloth under his feet because I didn't plan accordingly and he was hanging down and I forgot to do something about it until after the fact. Oh, I also added just another piece of that red leather onto some fabric that I coffee dyed, and I glued down the music note charm because I embossed it with probably walnut stain embossing glaze, and I didn't emboss the back, so I glued it down, and then there's a bulb pin and it is attached to the fence piece with a jump ring. Okay, next, I also wanted to say real quick, we're in the middle, and I just really quickly want to say this. For those of you who have been following me for a long time and know that I used to do a lot of tutorials and things like that, and I'm not doing that anymore, I just wanted to say that it has nothing to do with whether or not I want to share my techniques with you, because I do. I really, truly love to share how I make things. The problem is that my mental health right now is keeping me from being able to do that. So I'm not trying to be stingy. I'm not trying to keep things to myself. I worry that people might think that. And I just wanted to throw that out there. It's not the thing that I'm able to do right now. So I just wanted to say that real quick. Okay, moving on. Next page. All right, so this is a Tim Holtz, what are those things called? Baseboard? It might be, is that what it's called? Anyway, I think it's called a baseboard. And it had, it was a Halloween one, and it's a chemical laboratory on it, and it just seemed to sort of work with a Sherlock journal. So I took this piece here that I think might be able to read it. It's from the kit. It says The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, and it was this beautiful teal color. I toned that down by embossing it with distress glaze, probably vintage photo, but I'm not sure. This was an old binder clip thing that you would put on like the spine of a binder, and then you would put a label inside. I just took the back piece off that hooks it onto the spine of the binder and used it as a book plate. We've got some pieces down here, just collage. This guy is in the kit and I love him so much. Let me hold him up so you can see him better. So I fussy cut him out and layered him up on some cardstock. You've got a bunch of Tim Holtz pieces here. I have a bunch of index cards from some sort of lodge or club or something, and they would keep track of when the people joined and then when they died. And I have a bunch of these index cards that are beautifully aged and have names and the word deceased on them. So I thought this was sort of the perfect opportunity to use that, because I'm not going to be able to use them very often probably. So I just tore that out and put that there. Okay, now this actually works. Okay, so it just unsnaps. And then this opens up. Okay, and let me see, where should I start? This is a Tim Holtz piece that I embossed or foundry waxed. I'm not sure which one. Probably embossed. These were pieces, little journaling cards from the kit that I added to thick, you can't really see them. I want to say it's chipboard. Yeah, I doubled up 2 pieces of chipboard and then put that on top, and that made my hinge for my book cover, if that makes sense. Tim Holtz hand. These are 2 guys from the kit that I grunged up. This is Tim Holtz. This was from the kit. I cut out the magnifying glass, added acetate and a fingerprint from the kit underneath there. The word elementary down here. You've got some of that die cut in the back, label. This is from the kit, grunged up, of course, background paper as well. And then over here, I had these little flippy flappy things from, I think they're from Creative Memories. I got them at a thrift store. So I decided I would use this piece as my background because you can still see the people as you flip these up. This is a Tim Holtz, what are those called? Those are called baseboards. Are those called baseboards? Yes. Oh, I'm so lost. Anyway, I just used that there. And then these little pockets all have bits in them. So let me see if I can pull them out. Okay. This is from the kit. It's a vintage ticket. That's a vintage ticket as well. Like authentic vintage. Oh, this one says Holmes on the back. Let me just tell you how excited I was when I found that. I'm actually going to turn that around because that's super cool. I forgot about that. And then this is an antique, or vintage at least, photo negative. I just thought it was a bit creepy, but also kind of cool for a crime case book. So I added that in there. And then here we have some more authentic vintage tickets. Actually, it looks like I put 2 in there. So there you go. And this is a Tim Holtz guy, like a photo booth piece that I just coffee dyed. And then this little guy from the kit, another vintage ticket, and then another vintage negative. This one was super creepy because you can't even see the faces or the guy's head, really. And then the final one is a coin protector thingy that I turned into an evidence slide for this partial boot print. And then I added some Tim Holtz rub-ons, coffee, obviously. And on the back, I used this beautiful piece of playing card because I just liked the blue. So that just slides in there. All right, and then we close this up. It does snap. You just might have to work at it. Okay, now what do we have here? I have to remember, this is the H divider for Holmes. And then I think these are all pockets. So let me, okay, let's pull all this out. It really truly has been quite a while since I actually did this. So, all right, oops. Okay, so we have, oh, and then we have stuff up here too. Okay, let me show you the page and then I'll show you what's inside. I've got some vintage ledger paper in the background. These are file folders from the kit. This is from the kit. I foundry waxed the little bulldog clip that's in the printable. This is from the kit, and I added that another one of those frame paper clip thingies from the kit, but I stamped this with some vintage stamps. This is a Tim Holtz rub-on. These are from the kit. This I cut out from the kit. This is a Tim Holtz piece. The hat is layered up. And then, okay, the things inside. So let me see here. We have in the first pocket, I created a little, what are those called? Fingerprint card. I was going to use my own fingerprints, and then I decided that was maybe not a good idea. So I cut them out from pieces in the kit. So they're actually glued on here, all 10 of them. And then I used some, I think that might be a stamp. This is more Tim Holtz rub-ons. I also wrote in some things, and then I used some pieces from the kit for the description of very small hands and feet. And then it's just backed with some printed paper. This is from the kit. I just grunged it up. It talks about fingerprints. And then this is a Tim Holtz ticket that I grunged up as well. And that goes in here. And then the next one, I have a cigarette card of Charing Cross, London. It's authentic. And then I have this little piece. This is a Tim Holtz piece and a little paper clip, little glassine bag that I coffee dyed. This is the Tim Holtz enclosure stamp, but I embossed it in red. You can't really read the word enclosure anymore, but it's still cool. And then I used some of the Tim Holtz flashcards inside. So you've got who, what, and where. Okay, almost done, guys. I'm sorry. I didn't say. There are 6 pages, and then the front and back covers are decorated too. I didn't say that in the beginning. All right, and then in the back, little file folder pocket, we have a longer strip of negative piece. And then I just made this little tag out of a couple different tags. So this is from the kit, or no, I'm sorry. These are both Tim Holtz double-sided tags. And then I added rub-ons on both sides. And then this one as well. I added these rub-ons at the bottom and grunged them up. I used some chain. I think this may be from the antique pocket watch that I had to cut some off. So this is the leftover chain. And then I used a tag from the kit. And this guy I cut out from a deck of some sort of card game. It may have been Old Maid. He was like Dapper Dan or something, but it just worked. And then this was cut from the kit and layered up. I've got Sherlock Holmes' name down here. And this is Elementary, My Dear Watson. This is the Tim Holtz die cut from the Christmas one with the silhouettes and the street lamp. Another piece from the kit back here and here. And then the back is just a background page from the kit. Lots of coffee spray and some stamping. And that just fits in here. All right, I'm sorry. What are we at? Oh, we're like 40 minutes. That was not intentional. Okay. Whoops, I got stuck here. Hold on. So I put that in wrong. There we go. Okay, better. All right. Now, this page, I took another one of the evidence envelopes from the kit. I tore it, embossed on top of this evidence tag. I added, this is a rub-on. This is just a piece I had in my stash with some black glitter. It just sort of added something, I thought. This is a piece from the kit in the background. I did some stamping for the dates on the envelope and some handwriting. at the top. This is a Tim Holtz guy. And the crime scene tape is from the kit. I'm not sure what this piece is underneath here, so I'm not sure if it's from the kit or not. This is a piece from the kit. Again, I filled out with a combination of vintage stamps and rub-ons and pieces from the kit. This is, I think this is from the kit. If it's not from the kit, it's a Tim Holtz. I think it's a Tim Holtz. And then a very large photo negative with this really cool 391 paper on top. So that just slides in the envelope. Now these next 2 pages are not necessarily all Tracie's kits. They are from, you know what? I totally can't remember the name. Paper Pegasus, I think. But I will put a link in the description box below to her shop. She has a lot, or well, I say a lot, at least a few kits of journal furniture. So when I found this, I got so excited because I'm like, this is Sherlock's desk. Like, I mean, right? I had so much fun with these 2 pages, guys. Okay, so this is the desk. You have some balled up pieces of paper here and up here on the desk, you know, like he's trying to type something and can't get it right. Let's see if I can hold it up better. It's all layered. It's all, I mean, I can't even begin to describe how I did this really. I tacked this up on the wall, like it looks like it's tacked on the wall. I just used a brad and then glued the little cluster down. But I mean, you've got the deer stalker. These little drawers are actually a little bit open, so I tucked some little pieces in there. You've got a magnifying glass that actually has acetate in it, so you can see through it. The typewriter, I added a piece of paper to look like it was being used. You know, you've got books, like these little things are flippy. A little candle up here, his skull, pocket watch, some whiskey, because why not? I think I looked it up and Sherlock did drink whiskey actually. You've got some medicine bottles, lots of books, calling cards, just all kinds of fun stuff on that page. And almost all of that came from the Paper Pegasus kit. There may be some pieces that were, I'm trying to think if any of these were from Tracie, other Tracie kits, but I don't think this page was. I apologize if that's incorrect. All right, the next page is a bookshelf. So again, this is Paper Pegasus. So you've got a top hat here, a couple candlesticks, and I added some paper flames to those. You have a ship in a bottle and some books, and then these actually flip down. So I'm going to do the bottom one first. So what you have is each drawer has a little tiny cluster, like a little confidential folder book. Okay, this came from another kit, completely not either one of these. It was just, yeah, I don't even remember. So I just created like a little notebook for each drawer and I clipped them on with various things. So those are on each of the drawers. And then this is actually a pocket for all these little pieces. I'm not going to pull them all out because it's just so much to look at. But you've got, you know, more evidence folders tucked in here, even with like little pictures of people and envelopes. And I don't know, these are just little pieces that were in with the miniatures. And then I did a bunch of sort of collaging behind the drawers of things that, you know, Sherlock might have. There's a camera. I don't even know if that's time accurate, but whatever, or period accurate. Books and pictures and medicine bottles. And then the same thing basically up here. This might actually have something in it. This little envelope. You'll probably find surprises. Oh, that came unglued, so I will glue that back together. Oh yeah, I just put this in here. I'm not sure why that came unglued, but I'm gonna do it right now before I forget. Whoops. Okay. Let's get that glued. Okay, so basically the same all the way throughout. You've got your other little notebook here, or confidential folder. and it has a plant sample inside. It's so tiny, I'm sorry, it's probably not showing up very well. And then behind this drawer, you have a skull, more medicine bottles, and then same thing up here. There's a duck and, you know, just some little pieces. So I was so happy with how this turned out. Let me put a clip on this so it's, so it dries. Okay. Then we are on the back cover. So we're done. It's almost done. So just stick around because I'm going to tell you about the giveaway. All right, so here we have a London Viewfinder reel, a legit vintage one. These are from some antique cards from a game called, I think it's called To Steal the Diamonds, but I can't remember. So it has witnesses and suspects, and so I just cut out a couple of them. Some more pieces from the kit. There's an actual front side of a vintage slide here. And then I typed out elementary on my Dymo. We have another magnifying glass that I put acetate in. With this guy back here, this silhouette guy, and the lamppost again. Oops. And then this is from the kit. This back here is from a Sears reproduction catalog. It's got some Tim Holtz pieces. Tim Holtz die cut. I'm trying to think what else we have. Oh, up here is a piece from the inside of a huge dictionary. So it's the top of the spine piece, right? I can't remember what it's called. I think it was actually bigger than this and I had to cut it down to fit. What else? Is that it on here? I mean, there's a lot of things. You've got, I mean, there's just a lot of things. It's just kind of difficult to point everything out. And then I used a Denizen little, whatever these things are called, to make a little charm thing. So just got some coffee dye fabric, an actual vintage pen nib, and then a not vintage key charm. Oh, and I have this little bingo. This is a vintage piece as well. I think that's it. That is it. All right. So the giveaway. I'm going to make this pretty simple because I'm going out of town and I don't want it to be difficult. Speaking of that, I will be gone and I will not have Wi-Fi or cell service. So if you're trying to get a hold of me about anything, just be patient, please, for the next week and a half, because I will be in and out of cell service in Alaska. So, however, I want to go ahead and start this so that I can finish it up and get it shipped out to the winner when I get back. So the giveaway runs from today when this video uploads until May 15th at 9 a.m. I will close the giveaway. On the 16th, I will do the video and, declaring the winner. At that point, the winner has 48 hours to contact me. I do that for a specific reason. Almost every giveaway I've ever done on my channel, I have had to redraw at least once for a winner because I just don't get contacted. It is very frustrating when you're trying to give something away and the person who wins doesn't want it. So that being said, I hate doing that. I hate having to redraw because I don't think it's just not fair. But I have this in place so that I don't have to sit around and wait forever for someone to contact me. That's sort of the point. So if you really want to win it and you're going to enter, turn on your notifications or set yourself a little note. So on the May 15th, you come back and check. I don't know what time it'll be, but sometime on, or no, May 16th. I'm sorry. The video will upload sometime May 16th. Okay. 48 hours to contact me, or I'm going to have to draw a new winner. That's just, I can't, yeah, that's it. Because of the ridiculous cost to ship things, even within my own country, I am going to have to make this a US only giveaway. However, if you are outside of the US and you really, really, really want to enter, I completely understand. That's fine. If you win and you do not live in the US, I will need to collect the shipping from you. Anything over and above what I would have paid to ship it in the US, if that makes sense. Okay, so as long as you agree to that, if you are outside of the US and you want to enter, that is totally fine. But I will need help with the shipping if that is the case. I apologize, but yeah, I think everybody understands. So I'm not going to go into that. Okay, let me make sure that's everything. Oh, in order to enter, please be a subscriber. It is important to me that the people who win my giveaways are people that have been following me and not just show up because they want something for free. So you can show me that by being a subscriber to my channel. I can't check it, so it's not a requirement, but liking videos is always a wonderful thing to do for anyone. It really does help our channels grow. So you can hit that like button. That would be great. Again, I can't make you do it and I can't check that you did it. So not a big deal. However, very, very, very important is you need to leave a comment because that's how I will draw the winner. I'll use a random comment picker. So leave me a comment, anything. I don't care. It can be anything. Hopefully nice. Nice is always appreciated. I have gotten some pretty nasty comments before and I don't like those. So nice comments. I apologize for this being over 45 minutes, but there was a lot to show you and a lot to go through. So again, you have until May 15th to enter, and then I will draw the winner on the 16th. You have 48 hours to contact me, and US only unless you're willing to help me with the shipping. I think that's it. And if I don't reply to comments, it's because I am in Alaska and my phone isn't working. But I will talk to you when I get back. All right, I just want to say another huge thank you to Tracie Fox for this amazing kit and for the amazing opportunity she has given me to be on her design team. It's just fantastic. And please go check out all the other design team members. All right, I'm going to go before it gets any longer. Thank you so much for your continued support. I love you guys, and it means the world to me that you still care to watch my videos. So I will talk to you guys soon. Have a wonderful day. Bye.